Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, a big welcome to everyone, and we're on episode 75. Well, this week's been a special week, I suppose, for me. It's been my birthday this week. It was Friday, and yeah, so I've had lots of things going off this week. Visitors, lots of presents, and some money for my birthday. I had some flowers and I had some plants for the garden, which was really nice. I went out for where did we go? Oh, we went to the little sort of tea shop that we've got called the Secret Garden. Now it's no longer the Nook, and Adele took me there for afternoon, well, lunch, a late lunch really. We should have been going to a sushi bar, I think, in Sheffield. But that was like a surprise. But she wouldn't tell me where we were going, and we'd got snow, or snow coming at that point. And I said to her, you do realise it's supposed to be heavy snow, and you know what happens? Everything comes to a standstill. So she cancelled that, and it's a good job she did, because it did snow, and it snowed pretty hard. So I think there's a bit of footage in at the beginning of that. And yeah, we went and had a lovely lunch at the Nook, and yeah, it was lovely. And then on my birthday on the Friday, I went out to lunch with my friend, and we went to Wetherspoons, and we had a really nice lunch. I mean, it was like jacket potato and cheese and salad and coleslaw. I think we both had the same, and it was really nice. And plenty of tea to drink as well. And then we did have a dessert, which we had a mini dessert. We don't have a full dessert, we just had a mini. I think Sarah had, did she have chocolate brownie? Or was it, no, wait a minute, cookie dough. I think she had cookie dough, and I think you got ice cream and that with it. And I decided to have American pancakes. And with the mini one, you get 2 pancakes, maple syrup, and a small scoop of ice cream, and they were really, really nice, and it was just enough. I was pleasantly full, and that was it. So that was a lovely day. And yes, of course we had snow. We had snow that day, didn't we? And yeah, it snowed most of Thursday, didn't really settle. It snowed all night, and yes, I woke up Friday morning to snow. Oh dear, so yes. But apart from that, apart from the weather, it's been lovely. I had a really nice week as well. And I managed to get some crafting done as well this week, which is good. So I think what I'll start with is what I've been reading. And if you remember, I showed you this book, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, this is the Marlowe Murders Club, and it's by Robert Thorogood, and he's the creator of Death in Paradise. So I have to say, it was absolutely fantastic. If people like, I'd class it as cozy murder mystery. It was fantastic, and this came from the works, and I think it was when they were on offer. You got 3 for £6, I think it was, and it was really, really good. And I must admit, I'm usually pretty good at guessing who the murderer is in a lot of these books, but this one, it kept me guessing right until the end. And yeah, I was surprised who it was. It sort of kept you, the interest was there. I read it every night when I went to bed, and I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to keep on reading. And when it got to sort of to unveil the killer and the trap was set, it was that sort of exciting, I suppose. I've got chills down my spine, which is weird, because it was one of those things where you've got somebody on their own in a house, and it's raining, and there's a storm, and there's things happening outside, and yeah, exciting. I tell you, it was gripping, and I loved it. And I've just found on Audible, they've got the next book. No, I can't think what it's called. Now just give me a second and I'll have a look in the book. The next book is Death Comes to Marlow. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm hoping this is a series that's just going to go on and on. You know, this because this is book 1 and I'm going to have book 2 next month. Sorry about that. We got interrupted. Kevin phoning me. Then we got cut off. So now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, like I said, it was really, really good. I mean, there's lots of sort of little reviews by people in the front of it. Miss Marple with attitude, a wonderful piece of escapism. And somebody's put in, I want to be Judith Potts when I grow up. She's the main character in the book. Hugely entertaining, the most enormous fun. Absolutely brilliant. Best book I've ever read. And I have to admit, this is a lovely book. It's been brilliant. So now I didn't have anything to read for the last few nights because I'd left my books out here. So I'm just seeing them sat on the side. So I'm going to pick a book to start tonight. Now I can't make up my mind which one to go for. I think I'm going to go for another murder mystery. So this is The Perfect Life. So who is this by? This is by Joe Spain. So I don't know, but this is he jumped to his death in front of a witness. Now his wife is charged with murder. So this might be interesting. It does say it's a gripping book. Mind you, it says chilling as well. Ooh, twisty and intense. So yes, I'm going to start this one next week, and I'll let you know next week how I'm getting on with it. I hope I like it. I must admit the works do have some nice books. So I'll just pop that over there. Right, well, what else have I been up to this week? Oh, I made some ice cream. You'll have seen that in the beginning. And it's a vegan ice cream, and it's avocado, cashew, coconut ice cream, something like that. And I have to say, it's really, really nice. I think there's only going to be me eating it. Jake certainly doesn't like it, and you can't have nuts anyhow, but he tasted some before I put the nuts in, and it's enough for him. I think Kevin's okay with it. But yeah, it's really, really nice. It's refreshing. It does taste a bit avocado-y, which I love avocados. And yeah, the cashew nuts and everything in it, the maple syrup and the cashew butter, that's it. It's lovely. So I will make some more, but I think next time I will go with fresh avocado and just see what that's like, see if there's a difference. But I think probably next week I am going to do some Nutella ice cream, or the Biscoff has got. They've eaten all that up. So that went down really well. So I will definitely make some more of that for them. So yeah, so that's the ice cream front, I think. Right, I think now we'll get on to the crafting. What should we start with? Oh, I know. Oh, we'll start with socks. As you know, last week I managed to do the cuff and the leg. That was it. So this week I have managed to do the cuff and the leg. And this one is, I've got a bit more of a pale stripe. So I'll show you last week's. I could have quite easily have done more on this week, but I thought, no, I need to do other things. So that's what I've got up to now. So I'm definitely going to have odd socks, I think, this time. But this yarn's really nice to work with, and I think it is something I would definitely have again. So yes, I'm loving this. So I think the next part I want to do is do the heel flap. Yeah, the heel and the flap, yeah. So then that'll be sort of the aim for next week. So I'm just going to try and pace myself with this, do a bit at a time. But yeah, I'm liking that. What else? Right, well the next thing is the crochet. So as you know, the lovely Sue sent me some green yarn and I managed to get some more crochet done this week. Now, did I get it finished, my bunny? Yes, I did. And I have to say, I love it. I absolutely love it. The only thing I've got to do is get a pom-pom for her back. But yeah, I mean, I even managed the ears. I can tell which ears are a little bit off and which yeah, but it's fine. And the flowers are really nice to do. I must admit, I did have trouble with that stitch. What's it called again? I can't remember. Let me just check. All my papers are in the wrong order. Oh, the spike single crochet. Now that's the pattern. So I think she looks pretty much the same. I decided to go with orange and yellow flowers because I thought, well, it's spring, isn't it? So I thought we'd have a change, because normally I'd just pick pink because I like pinks. But yeah, like I say, all I need to do is find my pom-poms out, my pom-pom makers I should say, and make a nice pom-pom for her for a bottom. So she's going to go and sit on my tier tray now. I think that's probably something I need to make a space for her now, so she can go and sit with Miss Bobby. So yeah, absolutely love it. So she's going to go back into my nice bunny bag, little cutie bunny bag, until I can get her put on the shelf. Right, I'm just going to have a quick drink. Right, the next thing I'm going to share with you, it's my tea towel. I managed to get a tea towel done, with some leftover bits from the Spring Easter box. So I don't really have a lot of this fabric left now, and I did a bit of free motion for grass and on the flowers, and I put some green fabric on, some lace, and I've trimmed it up with some green pom-poms. So I really like this. So this is going to go and hang on the front of my oven. So yeah, really enjoyed making all these bits and pieces, and I managed to finish off all the coasters as well that I was doing. And what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of footage in of how the table looks with everything on. My table's not very wide, so if I put in a table runner on plus the mats, there's not a lot of room. So I've showed you some little bit of footage of with everything on, with just the table mats on, and with the table runner on its own, excuse me, and with my Easter tree on. So I hope you enjoy seeing that. Well, I think the table setting looked really nice. I'm really pleased with it, and I'm going to find a box out, I think, that I'm going to keep sort of different table runners and mats and everything in there. So I've got something for every sort of event throughout the year. Right, well, what I've decided to do is to finish off my embroidered trees. Now, if you remember, I started this a few weeks ago, and this is like a little sew along that I'm doing with my friend Dawn. And I managed to get all my trees stitched the other week, and I couldn't make up my mind whether how I wanted to frame it, whether I wanted to get a wooden frame with a circular mounting or use the embroidery hoop. Well, I should have stuck with my original thought and just gone with the hoop. Because I've been toying backwards and forwards. I couldn't make up my mind, and I've had a couple of comments, people saying that they like it in the hoop, and I thought to myself, well, yeah, I like it in the hoop as well. So what I'm going to do is insert a sort of clip, a couple of clips. This is especially for you, Dawn, so you can see how I've actually finished it off, because mine's finished now. I can't actually show you the thing at the minute because it needs sticking together, because Adele has my glue gun, so I can't really finish it off. But I've shown you how I put it together and what it looks like, and once I get myself sorted out with a glue gun, I will probably pop it on Instagram or, you know, whatever, just so you can see it in the flesh. But like I say, thoroughly enjoyed this. Now I want to do 2 more to actually go with this one, so I can have a row of 3 underneath my shelves in the conservatory, which I think is going to look really, really nice. So yes, absolutely loved it. So Dawn, I hope you want to do another one, because I certainly would like to do another one. Right, I've got the inner part of the frame, and I've cut a piece of wood in that's going to fit in the inner side of the frame. I always put a bit of wood in behind my work, just think it looks nice. And on the outer part of the frame, what I've decided to do is to wrap my frame with some lovely Christmas bias binding. Normally I don't like bought bias binding, but I have to say this is really nice and it feels really soft. So I'll just show you how I do that. I've partly done it, so you can see that's how it's going to look. And basically all you do now, the start piece, I just stuck down with a little bit of tape, a bit of clear tape, or you could use a dab of glue or a glue gun. And then all you've got to do, I don't know if you can see this properly, is just wrap it round, just overlapping as you go round. And this sort of helps the frame to grip together, and it's also a nice effect. Right, so I've just got to that to there now, so I'll probably just get some glue or something and stick that together, and I will be back with you in a minute. Right, I'm going to have to use a little bit of double-sided tape as I can't find my glue gun. I think Adele's had it. She's always pinching my stuff. Yeah, I buy her things like this for presents and that, and she still keeps pinching mine. Anyhow, that looks like it's going to hold together, so I'm quite pleased with that. If it comes undone, like I say, I'll just get a glue gun from somewhere and re-stick it. But I think that looks quite nice. I haven't done this for years, but yeah, they used to recommend it when you were cross stitching to actually wrap your frame in fabric, and I've still got a frame upstairs which I've probably had for 30 years that's got the same fabric on. Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do now is pop the frame together. I'll just take that out for a second. Make sure we're in shot. Just going to test this over here, see if it will fit, see if I've got it in the right place. Yep. Right. Well, that gives you an idea of how it's going to look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stick this in the back. I mean, you can use an iron-on piece of wadding if you want to. I'm just using a bit of 505 spray because that's what I've got at hand. So that's in the back of the frame. So what I'll do now is trim the excess off and get some thread, running thread, and gather all the back up, and then I will get a piece of felt and probably stick this on the back, and that'll cover it up. I mean, you don't have to put the felt on the back, nobody's going to see it when it's on the wall, but yeah, that's what it looks like. So I'll just get on and finish the back bit off, and then I'll be back with you. I hope you enjoyed seeing that little video of how I put my Christmas frame together. Certainly enjoyed it. Loads of fun. At least I'm on track with getting some bits and bobs done ahead of time, which makes a nice change. Well, I think times are getting on now. It's actually getting on. It's tea time. So I need to go and sort out what we're having for tea tonight, which I haven't got a clue at the minute. I just hope there's something in the freezer. Might be fish and something tonight, I think. Anyhow, I hope everybody's had a lovely week, and I hope you've all managed to get a bit of crafting done this week. And yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. I've got a little job to do for Adele. She's at the NEC next weekend, and I need to stitch her some frogs. It's a new design, so that's going to take me a while, but at least she only wants 24, so that's not so bad. So have a good weekend, everyone. Have a lovely week, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.